So hi, my name is Caroline Bernier-Dion, or Caroline Bernier-Dion, how you want to say it. And I'm a puppeteer on Drawn to Life with Cirque du Soleil and Disney, this wonderful collaboration. And I've done puppetry for many years, like 10 years, but going from one project to another in giant puppetry, but also on tabletop puppets. So I've done a lot of different stuff. And I'm with Cirque since 2019. I got a little break and now I'm back on this production as the main puppeteer and puppet coach. So I'm in charge of all the puppetry aspect of the show, just supervising the puppeteer, how they work, the artistic precision, quality, whatever. It's part of my job. And I also do the giant hand that you will see on stage later. And yeah, I'm doing that. And here we are in the lobby, so we will do the Backstage tour. As it's World Puppetry Day on March 21, it's kind of a good opportunity to put the spotlight towards puppet art. It's the 11th art, we say, because we fight for having the numbers. But I'm part of also UNIMA. It's the International Union of Puppetry. I'm actually vice president of UNIMA Canada. But now, as I'm in the US, I'm doing so much stuff about promoting the art form. And yeah, I'm a Canadian, fellow French-Canadian from Quebec, Montreal area. So yeah, so welcome to the tour. Swing to swing numbers, and at the same time, the wheel of death numbers in training. So you can jump under the rope as we... So you will see the proper number and everything later. But this is the backstage aspect as we train during the daytime, and during the night we perform. So yeah, you can definitely have a shot of those wonderful acrobats that do dangerous stuff. Yeah. We have here the band leader spot and the woodwind, the cellist, and the singer who are in the series.
They can all monitor by video.
Yeah,
so the band leader can see multiple camera views of the show, and then he also has two screens showing his playback system for his keyboards, for all of his sounds effects and things that he needs to trigger from there. You can see his top keyboard there. He's got two keyboards. The top keyboard is simply a controller. So the top keyboard is doing all of the changing scenes, changing patches, different click speeds, whether it's triggering certain tracks or things, so that he can move around in real time with the act, because of course the acts are different every time because it's live. So sometimes somebody maybe takes a few minutes longer, or a few seconds longer to land a trick, or maybe somebody has a misstep and they need to reset for something, and he can cycle that around, he can get through and follow along with them. So that's that top keyboard. Of course, the bottom keyboard is the one he's actually playing on. And so he's doing both duties there. Aside from our band leader, the piano player, all the rest of the musicians that are in our show, and there's three more on the other side of the stage, they will all appear on stage at some point in the show. So they're all mobile. So they have stations here where they sing when they're off stage and sing and play when they're on stage.
Down, do a bit, run back up.
That's correct.
Yes.
They're moving back and forth quite a bit during the show.
Yeah.
And we change from microphones from wired to wireless and stuff, and we try to make all of that seamless.
How many musicians are there total?
I believe there's 7 total in the band right now.
Yeah. Yeah, the singer also.
So over here, yeah, we have a woodwind player here. He plays multiple instruments. Violin player in the center.
Here.
We have our vocalist station over here, and again, the band leader. On the far side, we have 2 guitar players who also handle mandolin and cello duties. And then we have a drummer.
Yes. So let's go down. Yeah,
it's very snuggly. Yeah.
Stuff. So we have definitely a logistic system of putting the mat. So in the show, this have multiple mattress on them, and it will be jack in the air, so we can circulate around that. And you can come here to see this perspective also. So the audience member will the artist will enter by this in some moment, and we have the curtain that can open or close depending of the needs of the scene. And it's an exit also, so you can see this happening. So here we have also all the rigging department who have to rig. You will see the show tonight, so you could see what's happening. And here we have some of the puppets of the show. We call them the comforting sheet. So it's a 2-dimension puppet, and it's working with also projection. So projection department, wardrobe department, puppetry department, like props, and we work all as a team to make some projection appearing on this comforting sheet, and it's moving in real time with the projection moving on it. So it's really an innovative way of doing puppetry.
Wow. Yeah,
What's the visibility? What what can they see
It's the
to get
challenge also. So for sure we have some on the side, some opening that we can do. Depends of the puppeteer, so we can see from the side. But it's also a lot of rehearsal. So to be oriented without really see, but he can orient with some mark, let's say the line, or seeing a bit of, so we can orient and take the right position for the scene. Yeah. So this is kind of one of the puppetry secret. That,
so the person is in.
Yeah.
Like this is their.
Yeah.
They're upright.
Yeah, and later we will do a little demonstration, so you could have more of it to understand how it works. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we have people from lighting and props and going. They are in the repair, maintenance mode, so everyone have a lot of business to do during the daytime. We could do a little sneak peek here in the training room, because who say artists of Cirque say training, physical training. So we have a gym and also some mats, so before numbers. During the show we come here, we can stretch, we can do some warm up, and we have trampoline, we have plenty of like bike to do some bikes, some elliptics, some Pilates device also. So we have plenty of stuff to warm up here, phone roll. Yeah, and it's the coaching also department. So here is our picture moment, the unicycle in action here. Here it's the crew room rest area. And here we have this board of, every people who create the show are in gold, and every also after contributors, some visit that we got, some people who help to the show sign in silver. So you have everyone from creation to the operation going on here. Yeah, because to create a show is really a challenge, and also to maintain and make the show evolve is another one. So it's definitely two type of aptitude, two type of people that could do both also. So here is the technical team, and here is the artist that you will see on stage. So it's that couldn't happen without the technical. So it's really, we are interdependent, and we help each other they help us with the costume, and we help them with the performance. So it's everyone do what they are the best in. So that's what's make Cirque unique. Yeah. We will come back here later, but this is the office also. So that will be the place where we'll finish. But here is also all the projects that Cirque have done. Those are more the event and experience and film contribution. And you will have also, because Cirque have 40 years now, and it's really a company that have a lot of show under their belt. So we have done plenty of different style, but always oriented to theatrical circus, always putting value to the human effort and incredible talent. Yeah. And when it got, we even have those ice show. I was part of this one. That was my first Cirque show.
On ice.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm a figure skater. That is my first art form, I always say. So I started in figure skating, and after I get into theater, and after I get into puppetry. So all of that build up. But Cirque called me for a specific role that was a giant robot dog on ice. So I was in charge of like handling this big beast. Yeah, that was really a good adventure. We have done North America tour for a few months. Yeah, yeah. It was so yeah. So here is the costume department. Hello. Yeah. So we have some numbers really interesting here because maintenance of costume is also washing the costume. So we have 20 load every night of costume, and we say about 300 hours of maintenance. So those little hands that make our our costume really shine and really bright. And wardrobe is also in charge of dressing the puppets. So all the fabric, or if a puppet have a costume, a proper costume, it will be under wardrobe department. So I found it really, it's really something specific from Cirque to have this collaboration from the props department to wardrobe. So they really work with their like expertise, like they are good in with the fabric, so they are in charge of those fabrics. So over the puppets. So Scott have help on rebuild puppet, rearrange whatever that we need, or so, and props could re-glue or more in the glue and and Grayson is definitely someone that could take over on that subject of glue, the glue and painting expertise. So
They're held together with glue.
yeah, the glue is funny, especially today. It's another story. So we are under the stage. So the audience is sitting all over us, and we have many like automation going on in this show. So we coming from the ground at some moment. Yeah. So here is you can come closer. So it's funny to do the tour also before because you will understand differently the show tonight. So here is the desk of Marie Blair. Marie Blair was an important feminine figure in the Walt Disney history. So in the show, we give her like the voice and she lead a number. So the number is called Dream of Color, as she was in Cinderella and Alice in the Wonderland. So she have definitely her time on stage, and she's coming from downstairs. Maybe, David, you want to add some technical stuff from here? I know audio have some, like I read about the speaker and on the stage, and this is, I think, an interesting fun fact also. Yay.
And as far as some of the technical stuff that's concerned, these are the same lifts that were here in Lanuba. They are the same ones. They were repurposed and recertified and brought back to life. We also have, it might be difficult to see with some of these lights, but we have about 30 speakers that are bolted to the underside of the deck. If you look at the stage, if you're high enough above the plane of the stage that you can look down, you may see what looks like Donald Duck feet, little webbed feet around the stage. Those are actually, they have tiny, tiny little holes that were all drilled by hand by one of our head of props with a template. And he drilled them all so that the speakers could fire from underneath the stage, so that we can make some things appear as though sound is coming directly from the stage or from a prop or from a character on the stage, in addition to the main audio system. So that we do have some of our audio stuff down here that I know about. I don't know too much about the mechanics of the lifts
but also the camera, because we could always see the show in real time. Yeah. And it's really important. So everyone is tracking what's happening on stage. And it's a fun fact that it's the audio department that we also handle the video system. There are cameras all over the building so that stage management, the automation operators, carpenters can all see what they need to see during the show. Sometimes it's just what's going on stage. Sometimes it's a very specific view where they may need to see something like
artists being loaded in from the grid, and they want to see that they're in place and strapped into their apparatus before they get lowered, or all of these sorts of things. So we also have to have two different video systems. One is more of a traditional, like a cable TV, closed circuit TV system, and the other one is a digital system, has much lower latency, so that there's only so many milliseconds between what actually happens and what you see on the screen, and that's for safety, so that if somebody sees something going wrong, they can react as quickly as possible. So it's interesting, some of the requirements that you don't think of that maybe are important for a show like that, but all over the theater, people can see what they need to see, and there's all kinds of cameras and TV screens for that everywhere.
Yeah. We can have a peeky look over there. I think this is also another desk that you see at the beginning of the show. So to see it from here is definitely another perspective. I won't reveal all the punch, but yay!
You've seen the show.
Oh. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So the pillow. Yeah. And to give the illusion that is the basement also. So she go in the basement to finish the project. So that's why the stairs are so interesting, because when it's coming up and down, and you have also the final image with someone at the top, and it's going up, like it's really, I feel, reading really well. Yeah. Everything.
This desk actually is a mirror of our stage. So if you look on stage, there's the large pencil sharpener. We have a large pencil sharpener. We have the huge pencil pot. It's there as well. The flip book, the lamp. The floor of our stage is actually this image right there that you see, that is the drawing. And the band, their costumes are actually the same as the music box. So everything is meant to model the stage upstairs. We have a miniature teeter board, which is one of our acts. We have the owls, which are one of our costumes. So everything here is mirrored upstairs at some point throughout the show to represent that she is inside of the world of animation.
So here is, our prop shop. So we won't reveal all the secrets, but we can have some talk about our team here, who is taking care of the puppets, and they make all the repair and what's going on to make them like physically in shape to go in show. Yay.
So this is something we actually didn't see while we were upstairs, but this is one of our puppets. It's a desk, and we have been repairing and creating a new one. So we keep the current one going, and then we create this new one because puppets have a life. Yeah. And so after a certain lifespan, we have to repair and replace them. So this has actually been completely fabricated inside of this shop. Dawn, Stephanie, and a couple other people in our props team, and myself have all been doing this as a labor of love. So this is our big new fabrication piece, is the desk puppet.
And it is that someone is inside this, so it has to look big and heavy, but be light enough that someone
And then this one's actually significantly lighter than the current one too. That's been one of the new points of iteration.
The original was basically a prototype.
This is the one.
I'm always curious about that, because a lot of Broadway shows and stuff that use puppets, first cast in gets beat up, and then ergonomics come in as they, if the show keeps running over the years, things get redesigned. Have there been other examples of props that you guys have tweaked or reworked over the years?
So many things have been changed. The hand that Caroline's in, we've got. This is a new one.
New version.
Manami. This is a new version. We have things down to even our pencils are 3D printed now, painted and 3D printed. They weren't originally. The animation project that Julie holds was completely redone by Steph that made it we worked together to make it much lighter weight because Julie carries it the whole show. So we made a new one that are much lighter, so it's easier on her, and with different types of paper inside of it to flip differently and make it easier to repair and replace.
Did they have a chance to touch the ones that were upstairs
No, they did not. I know. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, and then I guess the comforting sheets we're on
Oh, you have
round
one
2
here.
as well, I believe.
This is a good prop.
And this is one of our props that's for one of our clown scenes later. And it's actually, if you want to hold it.
Oh, it's very light.
Yeah, so this one is
wow. Yeah.
has to be able to fly through the air, so it's nice and light.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But the other ones are made of wood and leather and have a little bit more heft to them.
But it totally looks like wood and leather.
Yeah.
You know, has that.
Yeah.
That's the magic of the.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's still shot. I'm the other picture.
Yay.
And
This is a.
thank you.
Yeah.
The drawing, of course, is significant.
Yeah, the
That
drawing.
particular drawing, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole show, there's different panels of Julie's drawing. So our props team actually has to replace those different panels different days, depending on the wear, and place them in. And we do recycle a lot of our paper as well, which is a fun fact because there is so much paper in this show. But we do recycle what we can.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here is our character, our big puppet. It's Miami, and as you see, it's a lot of work to the leg because we reveal the legs, but we don't see the face of the puppeteer inside. So it's our most recent version of the puppet. The hand have been rebuilt in our shop in Las Vegas, and we are performing that one every night. I think she have done maybe 25 shows, maybe 50. It's kind of, as 10 shows a week, it's going really fast. So yeah.
And this is the new lighter version?
Yes, yeah, I would say it's kind of the same pound. It's 18 pound, this one.
18 pounds.
Yeah, that we carry. So it's like having a big weight on our shoulder and yeah, walking around.
What is it like on the inside? Is it resting on
Yeah,
the shoulder or
yeah.
on
So basically I can go to mimic what she do, but basically it's on the shoulder. We have a belt right here, so she can wave at you also like that. So the arm is definitely moving the thumb, and we have plenty of also wire inside to do the finger. So we do this with our hand, and yeah, you can take one by one. Yeah. So if you want to do the I love you sign that we do at some point, you will trigger 2 rope at the same time, and yeah, so that will be the I love you that we do in the show. And yeah, so we can have also the expression of the finger when we come to grab, let's say, so we will grab the pencil at some point. So yeah, you can definitely do this kind of motion. So when the number of Arial pencil arrive, we can move that. Yeah, so it's really a physical, puppetry is really physical. We are sweating a lot in that number and that show. We have sprint moments, so it's really interval motion. We do a number and we move a lot and we have a break, and we move a lot and we have a break, and yeah. So yeah, and it's also a lot of dance. So yeah, the person inside have to have some skills on elegance and how to position the feet. Yeah, right. You're so elegant. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, this giant puppet world is really something that match right the circus art, I feel, because it's definitely physical and it's also really theatrical. It's the art of symbols. So puppetry bring the right symbols. This giant hand is like the writer that have the pen. So without the hand, we cannot draw. So we need the hand and we need the pen. So we have Mr. Pencil and Miami. So Miami in French means friendly hand. So it's the hand that guides Julie towards the show, and she have guidance from this giant hand. Yay. So Miami, yes, thank you very much. You can applaud. Yeah.
And Miami was like, after the fact, looking at the videos and seeing, oh, there's that happens that I don't see, you know? So we did so many video sessions at trying to capture, oh, there's a moment where you can have an interaction. It could be like, you know, the understory that's going on with you, and creating all these relationships and moments with other characters that are that we need to create the moment because they're in our that blind spot.
Yeah, and bubble. You don't see everything going around, but you can perceive it, and
also being a giant hand, the body language becomes very important to tell the story of what Miami is experiencing, how she's feeling, what she's seeing, you know. So normally we'll talk like I'm talking right now with my hands a lot. Now she really has more of a thumb and some little fingers. So the legs, where you know, your body language, where you look at, your focus. So clarifying all of these movements, making them size of the puppet also, like much more extravagant than human size. It's super interesting.
Yeah.
And like how to express feelings in your legs.
Yeah, that was the challenge.
Intentions and
in the
everything.
creation.
Yes.
Yeah, and now we have a lot of freedom because the path is draw, so we just have to, we have the boundary, and I can definitely move around those things that was done in creation. So I took over the role, and I appropriate, I take it on my energy, and I just make it my own.
The personality has evolved a lot. You know, depending who plays a puppet, there's definitely a big tint of the personality of the puppeteer that comes on to stage, that comes to life within the certain, you know, staging parameter and the storyline. But those colors are very, very fun to explore. Well, this one
it's different. You have different size as it's acrobat to manipulate those puppets. So you have the big guy, or you can have also the small Japanese. So all of those people are in charge of one sheet, and they have personality that will be project on them. So they have to match the projection. So it's definitely a lot of sensibility, how to breathe in this big structure, how to make it like really alive instead of just on a rack. So it's really to use all the curves and how the fabric responds to movement. And that's what makes life happening here. But the projection department, you can see those little bubbles here, little sphere. Those are infralight receptor. So it's with a camera system. So the camera see those things and will say to the computer, put this image on the sheet. So you will see the Disney IP going in and disappear. And it's really something really, I feel, unique part of our show that helped to tell the story. It's comforting sheets. So those characters are some icon of Disney that comfort the main character in every show. It's part of a Disney, I think, literacy to have the comfort character that come to help the main character. So it's definitely something. So you have those, those waves that you can do. So basically, Adrian is like that. Yeah, we can say that we have a backpack inside, and we just manipulate with all of those wire going around. You can do the motion in front and in back. So it's definitely different expression. I call my puppeteer the light catcher. So they have to get the light on them and be aware of how the light responds. If they turn just a little, sometimes, a shadow appears. So I'm really in charge of getting them the awareness. And we can do also video sessions so they are more aware about, okay, light's coming from that part of the stage. You have to turn just a little more. So we definitely improve the performance as it go and as we integrate sometimes new artists through those roles. Yeah. They can, like, that's what is the magic of puppetry. You have, I always say, you have your boundary, here's the freedom. So I always give to the puppeteer some freedom. Like, you can improv, you can do something like creative, because I don't want, we are not robot, we are puppeteer, we are creator, we create in the moment, in the present. So yeah, I explain how the technicality, because if they move too fast, the projection could maybe swivel or shadow. Or so if they know all the parameter, they can know where they can improvise. For sure, the positioning, because we are in a group scene, is really key. So they will take the right spot. Yeah, I love Andrea. Yeah, so they take their spot, but we are creating that image as a team. We gather like a hockey team. I always bring that as Canadian, the spirit of like hockey, let's go, and we clap before, and we do this as a game. It's the game of puppetry. So yeah. This is Olaf who is on that one. Yeah, this is Olaf, and it's Yura maybe tonight, I think, that do this one. So every night we can have also some rotation of artists. So we have the team A and the team B, I call it. So tonight, let's say it's team B, so it will be Yura in this character, and the week after it's the other team that take over. So we definitely find a good like teamwork going on with that.
I know we're close. Adrienne, are you okay?
Yeah.
I am good.
It's funny. Yeah, we definitely can reveal that it's a person inside, because when they enter on stage, they yell like Julie. So we get this. So you cannot don't think it's a person. But yeah, in this number, it's mainly the swing to swing artist, the one who's doing the final number, that do this part. But we have also the help of Icarian number. So yeah, the number where they jump around, I call it the jump number. But in other puppets, we have really the team of gymnastic, rhythmic gymnastic, that lead a puppet, another puppet number, that we call them the Dutovsky. So our little boy. So as you can see, this number require a lot of timing and dance expertise. So we definitely give this number to that specific group of artists that are really precise on positioning, and they can really definitely, yeah.
And if I may add, as an acrobat who had to learn puppetry here, that was a journey.
Yeah.
So interesting, but it is hard, but fun. But we do crazy things. But puppetry is really an art that I think everybody embraced, because we all had to learn so much.
Yeah.
To perform it and really bring life into those inanimate, I don't know.
Inanimated. Yeah.
Objects, you know?
Yeah.
And Caroline here is like the master puppeteer, has such love and passion for the work, and I think she all had us falling in love with these characters that we now, you know, bring to life.
Yeah, that's such a good, yeah, a good word. Yeah, this is kind of, for me, it's my zone. I really love to make puppetry, like people get spelled by puppetry, I call it, because I got spelled by it, and I'm just like, oh, this art form is so great, and it could like bring peace on earth. I'm really philosophical with it, but it's definitely, for me, it's to bring them, I bring them just my enthusiasm, but also the fun of it. And I really bring it as a game. Like it's to move this big thing is your game, your challenge. And if you do it well, it brings something really to the audience. It's definitely something magical. It's really close to magic for me. And it's the illusion of life. Puppetry art is the art that everyone believes. We agree that this is not supposed to move, but we agree that it's moving and it will tell a story. So it's really something that will touch the audience. So I make sure the acrobat understand that, like, and I ask them a lot of questions at the beginning. It's not just me, oh yeah, I gotta do this. And I ask questions about how you feel, how you perceive your character, but also give them the tricks. So when they have the tricks, they start getting better and good at it. So they can definitely perform and get the magic operating. So yeah, that's what I would say. So yeah. So the pillow puppet is really, it's an interesting character because you have different puppets that represent this pillow. So you have different techniques going on the same character. And it's really a puppet that needs a lot of arm. I would say I help the puppeteer to get not tired about getting motion going, but it's a lot of precision also with the fingers to make the specific little motion. And every puppeteer will bring something different to their pillow. I call it's your pillow. So every pillow have a different flavor, I feel. So I really give the creativity to the puppeteer that manipulates it. So he have the frame again, and he can really improvise around those boundaries. I feel art is really over whatever boundary, politics, limits. So I really feel the art, to be good in your art field, in your niche, I said, is always really key. So puppeteers could get specialized in some type of puppetry sometime or not. Some puppeteers do any kind of puppets, but it's definitely, for me, was really helpful to be niche and experience in the giant world, and to be also connected with the community. We have an international community. As it's World Puppetry Day, I can definitely rely on my fellow European that doing a wonderful job to promote puppetry over there. And it's really something that have no boundary. Like puppetry, like Unima International is relying artists from all over the world. And we have like definitely specific project to help countries that need help regarding what's happening in their country. So we have a kind of solidarity and help motion going to help other artists in the same field in puppetry world. So it's really it's the oldest international association of artists, the Unima. So I think we have more than 100 years. Like it's really like an old journey, and puppeteer are artists that gather internationally together really well, because it's puppetry, it's not us, it's always the object so it's really, I feel, even therapeutic for mankind, I think, to get some puppetry going around. So that's what I would say.